Those steps were not even moving. You were stomping hard. And you were walking into the portals of Sherwood College. Your parents were crying, you were crying, and you were making a way into the world unknown. We were there to receive you. Horseman Wing was ready. All your dorms were allocated. Your dorm parents, your IRGs, your matrons, they were all ready to receive you. And your parents left you that day because they had confidence, they had trust in this college. They knew that they were leaving you here for you to be mentored in a better individual shape. That is the trust. That's the baton of trust we took from your parents. So thank you, parents, for leaving these wonderful children with us. Let me tell you one thing. Each and every kid, each and every young man and young woman who is graduating today is a blessing to us. All these young ones, they bring life into the structure of Sherwood College. Without these gifts, these blessed, precious gifts, Sherwood doesn't have a life. It doesn't have the blood flowing in the veins. So thank you, parents. On that day, you were crying, but you were leaving them. And let me tell you, students, your parents exhibited selfless love. You know, to decide to send your kid, your ward, to a boarding schools requires a huge periphery of love they do with you. It's more than a selfish love. It was easy for them to keep you home. It was easy for them to keep you all in the comforts of your home space and not let you be trained in this wonderful institution, home we call Sherwood College. So thank them that they did not show a narrow love. They showed you a wider one. They left you here. And we were there to receive you, to make you come in terms with the grind we call Sherwood College. It's all different processes. It's all different molding which goes in making you here. That's the reason today you sit tucked in this green. The place where you are today, no money and no status can buy this. Today you are here because you have had a wonderful commitment, a very confident commitment into the mentoring of this college. You know what it takes to go through all the process, to go through all the regime of this wonderful college. Young boys all coming together. We made you how to learn to sleep together in a dormitory, to eat together in the dining hall, to be dressed alike, the pride you took wearing your shorts and your socks, and how you lined up outside the dining hall to see that you're fed. We made you learn to bathe together. We made you learn how to play tassels and pillars. You all know what it was to be called the toilet fairies. You have learned it all. From there, as you went into another step of this rigmarole, you came to the middle school. Suddenly you were called Dixies. The spoon feeding at the Horseman Wing was stopped. You came into the real world. Here you were well treated and well received by your seniors. They taught you many things. I know teaching is a hard process. It's a very hard process when you shed off the scales which your old habits cling on. But the seniors taught you well and you learned well. You learned what it was to be a group and a member of a house. It was here we instilled the house spirit in you. Remember, gone are the days when we used to have singleton performances, a singular achievement. In today's world, it is more pluralistic, or the team achievements. Many big corporates, many big houses, they spend a lot of money to teach their employees or their workers to be together and learn the art of team building, to work in a team. But here, when you came to the Dixon wing, you learned this team building yourself. You knew that what importance of each and every single point you amassed for your house. Nothing was little for you. You knew how to stand in a contingent, and your strength mattered to the house. You came up, and here also, for the first time, the girls came into your batch. It was more of a order which came in your classrooms. Thank you, girls. You brought in so much color and a sense of dignity into the class. Then came class 10th. That was the first time you embraced an outside reference point. When I say reference point, it was the board exams. All what you had learned, all what you have gained academically, you were tested on a reference scale by an outside agency than the school. Board exams, I remember how you came all prepared in your holidays with all your beards grown, scholarly look. I know that you were a batch who had the corona protocols being followed, and how we took our exam. Partly we had to be assessed, but it was the new norm which you so nicely and so supportingly adapted. All these adaptations go a long way in making you an individual. And that's the reason today you sit here tucked in your smart greens. Many of us joined after class 10th. It was a 2-year program. If we were to sum up all what goes at Sherwood, all the rigmarole and the roller coaster ride, right from Horseman Wing to Dixon Wing and then to the senior class, it involves a lot of training program. I know the corona protocols, the COVID restrictions have taken away a lot of opportunities from us where we could learn. But nevertheless, the small snippets, the small windows, you got to be in the school and out, how you learned the leadership course. We trained you to be leaders. We didn't train you to be netas. We didn't train you to be flashing your place of authority. Leadership was instilled in you, that how you're going to lead your contingent or your group from the front. We made you learn that how it is difficult and for you to first reassess yourself and then be an example to your group. Leadership program really put in a lot of confidence and a lot of managerial skills in you. I told you, no money can buy this, no status can buy this. It was academics, it was sports, it was your performances on the stage, on the field, on the PT field, which entitles you today to wear this academic hood and that tassel dangling. We are so proud that after having coached you, my team of teachers, mentors, residential staff, along with me, we can look into the eye of this nation and we can tell them, this is a smart group we are presenting you. Young women and young men in the making. We have done all what we had to do, all what we had to make you go through. And we are confident that you will enrich this nation. You will make a difference in this country. You will make a difference on a global level. So we are satisfied. We look behind and we see that the labor we have put in is not in vain. You run it through your mentoring. You run it through your conscience. All the things you do in life. Many a times, you will be facing cross sections in your life. You will come to a cross section where you will have to take one way. And all what we have taught you, all what we have instilled you, we know that you would know which is the right path to be taken. So I exhort you, whatever you decide with your conscious running and your mentoring process on, take on that path. Take on that path and go on further. You are the one who will be carrying the torch. Do not be led by the mob. It's very easy to hide behind a mob, to hide yourself behind a group. It's a very easy thing. But it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of mentoring. It needs a lot of education to really stand apart from the crowd. If you know that the path you are taking at that cross section, you know that's the right path, we all exhort you to press on. We all exhort you to go and get to your dreams. Do not be bothered about the criticism. I tell you again, once you have opted the path, you have taken a choice and you have started treading on, do not be bothered by the discrimination, by all what goes into criticizing. Let me tell you a truth today, a fact today. No matter how much explanation you give, your friends don't need it and your foes will never accept it. No matter how much explanation you give, your foes will never agree to it and your friends, they don't need it. So do not waste your time explaining your things. Spend time when you are at the cross section to take the right path. I am reminded of the 3 filter test of Socrates. Socrates died at the age of 71, and in 399 BC, he was acclaimed to be the wisest man in the Greece, in whole of Greece. And he's also known the father of the Western philosophy, Socrates. He was the teacher of Plato and Aristotle. So he gives you, everybody, a 3-filter test. Is it truth? Is it goodness? Is it useful? Someone came to Socrates, tell him that I have something to say about your friend. And he put it into the 3-filter test. The first test was, is it truth what you're going to speak? Do you know that what you're going to tell me about my friend, is it true? The person said, I don't know. I just heard. I just heard this thing about your friend, which I'm going to tell you. He said, you have failed the first test. You don't know whether it's true or false. Let us go to the second test. The second test was goodness. He said, what you're about to tell me, is it good for me to know? And the person who had come to talk about his friend or about his colleague, he said, I don't think so. On the contrary, it's not good. So Socrates said, you failed the second filter. Let us go to the third one. The third one is usefulness. He said, what you are about to tell me, is it useful to me and to the others? And the person who had come to talk about, he said, no, it's not useful, not to you and not to others. It was a mere gossip. Every day, wherever you will go in life, wherever you will be called, what duties you have to perform in an institution, have this 3-filter test. All what we have taught you again, with the things you will learn, you will be able to make to the right choice. We have always exhorted you that you are the salt of this earth. You are the salt. The cooks, the chefs, they make all different recipes, very good dishes. No matter what all best ingredients of the world you add into a recipe or into a dish, unless and until you add salt, that dish is not going to taste delicious at all. Salt is very, very important. And before we were all exposed to the world of refrigeration, the meat and the vegetables and the cereals were all protected after being salted. Salt was used to preserve them. They would not run dry or run bad. That is the importance of salt. You have been taught from here that you are the salt of this world. Wherever you will go, whatever careers you pick up in your lives, the institutions you run or you're part of, please see that your presence is the presence which makes the whole environment lively. The other members of the group will wait for your presence to come in. They would start missing on you. Oh, that boy or that girl who's from Sherwood has not come and joined in, and we have not received inputs from her or from him. That should be your character. Salt. Salt of this world. We exhort you to be the light of this world. You know, whenever we have power cuts, probably we experience less. Your parents are experienced more in the plains. Whenever there is a power cut, the light we light, the candle, now it's something which is hardly seen except being on the altar or being on the Diwali day. We have those emergency lights. They are always placed up near the ceiling. They are always placed on a pedestal because the light, when it is switched on, the darkness runs away. I have been telling the students who come here for Sunday worship, have you seen the darkness running away? And some of them have said, yes, I haven't seen yet. I exhort you that whenever you go there, whenever you turn the light, see the darkness running away. It's a darker room. The moment you switch on the light, the darkness runs away. You are the light of this world. Your parents have spent in a lot of time and energy. Teachers have given their valuable time. This institution has given you all the molding. You are special ones. I don't want you to be lost in a mob. We don't want you to just get disappeared into the vices of the world. You are the light. Wherever you will be, whichever group you will be a part of, you will throw light and the darkness of ignorance will run away, will just flee. 7 to 8 years back, some of you 10 years, when your parents came to leave you here, 2 years back, 4 years back, 5 years back, different classes when you came, your parents who came to leave you here, you were crying, your parents were crying. Today, we cry. We are releasing you into this world. We know it's a bad world. We know it's a world which is full of all the vices. There are groups outside, there are influences outside which will just grab you and mold you and will cover you up. Your saltiness will go away. Your light will be extinguished if you give in to their ways. If you fall prey to all what is outside, we are worried. Here at Sherwood College, we give you a very protected environment. The teachers are always running after you. There are people who are running, your residential staff, your PT teachers, your game coaches, everybody's after you. And we are a community which is always saying no. No, you're not properly dressed. No, you're not properly shaved. Or no, your shoes are not properly polished. Go there. This is not the way you walk. Get your hands behind you. Go and play the game. Be not bothered about winning or losing, but play the game with all the... We are a no community. We check. We don't have that attitude. We don't have that chalta hai attitude. We don't. We stop you. Outside, nobody is going to stop you. We are worried. We are worried because of you. We are worried for you. Let this saltiness, let this light not be stolen from you. I told you nobody can sit here with the status or the money cannot buy a seat. It's because you have been mentored. You are special. We have given you the strength and when we have given you the commitment that you can stand against a mob. You can dream. I exhort you, dream. Dream. That is where it all starts. And this is your age to dream. You are just stepping into the foothold of life. You are just stepping into your life. This is the age where you have to dream. And follow that dream. Do not get wasted on the way. Hold on to the ideals. Hold on to the mentoring. We all have spent time and energy. It's very simple to be one. You are very different from the people who study in local schools. You are very different from the people who are into the whole society part of the school and going back and coming in, day schooling. You're very different. Everything you do, everything you work and everything you go about, we have taught you to do it in style. To do it in the style of a public school repetition. Hold that. Hold it very dear. Money can come and money can go. It doesn't make a difference. Health, if it goes, it makes a lot of difference. Character. If character goes, your inner being goes, your saltiness and your light goes, that means everything is gone. Hold it very dear. Hold it very dear. As you go into the outside world, you carry on what we have taught you. You take on the right decision. You are not worried about the criticism. You are pursuing your goals. Remember one thing, graduating class. We here at Sherwood will be always open to your coming back. Whenever you find time, come back. Tell us what you have achieved. We will be eager to hear. We will be patiently waiting for you to come and tell us your stories of achievement, of success, also of failures. Come and talk to us. Come and tell us. Write to us. We will be waiting. And one more thing I want to tell you and assure you of, that there will be always a praying community here at Sherwood College. Anywhere in the world you are stuck, anywhere in the world or the cross section you need more strength, you need God's intervention, drop us a mail. We will be praying for you in the chapel. This is your home. And it pains us today. We want to hold you closer. We don't want to let you go. Our heart's desire is to cling on to you and do not let you go. But that will be static. Dynamism will just go away. We know that you have to go into the world and accomplish and find a pedestal where you can perch. That is the thing we allow you to go. That is the beginning we are allowing you to pass through this baccalaureate ceremony. May God bless you. May God strengthen you from within to stand true to the ideals you have learned here. May God bless all your endeavors. May the good Lord bless us and our college. Let's pray. Unto God's gracious mercy and protection we commit ourselves. The Lord bless us and keep us. The Lord make His face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. The Lord lift up the light of His countenance upon us and give us peace both now and evermore. Amen.